So with Redfall, basically, my opinion after playing on day one, I am actually really impressed with how the game is in terms of like storyline, the abilities of the characters, the weapons actually are really cool to play with, and the story seems to be developing. Obviously, I've got like about 5 to 10 hours of gameplay on Redfall. It's great storyline wise. It's great play, like obviously weapons wise and abilities and whatnot. I really enjoy that. I think it's got a lot of in-depth, a lot of side quests. You've got quests on your safe houses as well, which is, you know, it gives you a lot of time to play the game. Like obviously, the more things you got to do, you actually get rewarded by doing side quests, which is really cool. You get cosmetics by doing side quests and stuff. That, which is obviously, you know, you get rewarded for doing the side quests, not just, you know, you get XP. There you go. Congratulations. You can actually get a skin, a different skin for like a, you know, fireman skin for doing side quests. And it's actually, you know, really cool to have that. So it gives you, incentivizes you to actually play the game and incentivizes you to do the side quests as well and spend time in the game. So, you know, nice balance between, you know, time, investment, and reward at the end. So that's great. I mean, I think they've nailed all of that. Now, the bad. This is the bad. The game runs awful at 30 frames. It runs absolutely awful. It is terrible. Does not feel fluid. It feels super janky and clunky. It's one of those games that it's a lot of like, there is a lot of like Twitch, you know, quick reactions, you know, Twitch reactions and really quick and move around quickly and just, you know, pull back quickly and, you know, do your abilities and whatnot. So the game requires minimum to be running at 60 FPS from the get-go. That's to start with. I mean, you can tell that by playing the game within the first 5 minutes. You can tell there is a bit of staggering going on the screen. There is there is a little bit of like this foggy kind of like view that you get when you're moving around, which is not nice. And it can give you actually motion sickness. At the beginning, the game gives me a little bit of motion sickness. It did give me motion sickness yesterday a little bit at the beginning, but then you kind of like get used to it. But yeah, it's just that when you have a game where you need the Twitch reactions because the vampires are really quick and they come at you and they're like super fast, you got to pull back. You gotta do your movements. You gotta like obviously be quick about it, and it's difficult. It just makes it difficult to be accurate. It makes it difficult to actually hit the enemies. So it just does not feel fluid. It does not feel natural. It does not feel right. So that's the bad. The other bad thing is the enemies seem to be pretty dumb. Like, I honestly think, they could have done something to the AI a lot better. I'm actually playing on the difficult mode, by the way. I'm playing on the most difficult mode, which is, well, the most difficult mode available, which is hard mode at the beginning of the game. You can actually, when you beat the game on hard mode, you can actually progress towards a even more difficult mode. So I'm actually playing on hard, and I just find that like the AI is absolutely no changing from playing on normal or playing on easy. So the AI just stands in the middle of the place, shooting at you, like right wide in the open, allowing you to shoot them. So they just, maybe one of them hides slightly, showing his whole head so you can shoot it. So AI is pretty bad. Like, honestly, it does not feel like I've always, put as an example. I'm gonna put as an example this time as well. Obviously a game that you all know that I play, which is Destiny. AI in Destiny is actually great. It's amazing. It probably is the best AI you can see in many games, in many modern games. The AI is pretty good, and it reacts. Obviously, you know how they act and how they react to different situations, and it makes it challenging many times. With Redfall, they just don't. they just like literally stand in the middle of the road, shooting at you in the open so you can shoot them back. And they just basically run to one place, hide in one place, and they just stand on that place forever. So that's pretty bad. The vampires have like really cool moves and everything. They disappear, they spawn behind you, or they attack you, and they, you know, they kind of like they have a little bit of more movement. They are a little bit more aggressive, and it does feel a lot better, in all honesty. So vampires are a little bit better in terms of AI, but normal enemies are basically bad. So those are the good and the bad, obviously. Do you like my final, you know, obviously my final thoughts on the game, in all honesty, is like, I think the game is great on its core, but Jesus Christ, it needs a lot of work. The game needs a lot of work. To start with, it needs to be running at 60 FPS. I would not touch the game until they release a patch to be running at 60 FPS. I would completely pass on that game. Completely pass on the game. If you haven't played it yet, like, honestly, it's not worth playing, unfortunately. Unless they happen to release a 60 FPS patch and then the game starts running smoothly, so everything starts feeling a lot better. Yeah, I mean, obviously, if you have Game Pass, give it a try, see if you like it for yourself. At the end of the day, you get your own, you have each person, you know, we all have our own taste and we all like our own things. So if you have Game Pass, give it a try, see how it is. Maybe you don't like it within the first 2 minutes and you can just, you know, skip it and wait for that patch to come out. Or maybe it's your thing, but, you know, you kind of like want to give it a try and test it out for yourself and get your own opinions as well, which is completely fair and completely normal, which is why as well why I have played it. Also, I was looking forward to the game. After the reviews, I had very low expectations from the game, but now the game kind of like, obviously I do like the game, but I don't like the bad things that I actually said about it. So those are my thoughts on Redfall. There you go.